the winter's here. So on second thought, maybe I should have moved to Florida. All right, temperature. See, finally I found I have a calculator where I can do this. See? So -6. -6, 21F. See, beautiful. Now I don't have to guess anymore. And I've had this ever since I got this phone. I don't know if my iPhone had this, I don't think so, but Android, I had this thing, you know, in the calculator. It gives you like a little ruler, and it gives you this kind of like scientific one. But I'm like, what is this ruler? And then I see I have area, conversions, length, temperature, volume, even data, kilobytes to megabytes, time. Oh wow, so you can convert seconds to hours. Interesting. And tip, you know, if you're clueless about how much to give to your waiter, you just put in here subtotal. Oh yeah, subtotal, let's say 25 bucks, right? And right away it tells you that 15% will be 3.75, and so you owe $28.75. Oh, and speed, miles per second, no, meters per second, we can convert to inches per second. What is that? That's some kind of a special race. Mass, this is useful, yeah, pounds to kilograms. Anyways, I'm just waiting till my mighty Ram 1500 warms up. I was wondering why this guy next to me, no, that guy, an older Ford sedan, the beige color, he plugged in his the block heater, because actually each parking stall has a block heater right there. That's why a lot of people there parked nose in. But when I asked the dealer about this on the Hellcat, he says before they used to come standard pretty much, but now he says we don't see them. I'm guessing Chrysler maybe stopped making them or something, or maybe it's shortage of parts. But I didn't check this truck. Like this truck, if you remember, the guy said there was an issue. There was a check engine light, but then they had to boost it, right? It was probably sitting for a long time, but then after a day, check engine light disappeared. I'm guessing it was just showing the low voltage on the battery. So the battery is charging. The truck started pretty good, -6. I just had to scrape the window. You see it's already, oh, my heater defroster works. And so this is gonna be my first time in a 4x4, because I want to try. Of course, I had it in my semi truck, right? I had like what, 6x6 probably. No, what was that? Like 4 wheels and 4 wheels. Yeah, pretty much what? 8x8. But it didn't work most of the time because I had not very good tires. I only realized this in the last winter. Actually, thanks to some of you guys, right, who said closed shoulder versus open shoulder, and I'm like, wait, so I have closed shoulder tires, but they did last me. I know people did not believe me, but I just changed them right before I left Cambridge. I changed the tires, so they lasted me from March 2018 until September 22, and I put about 250,000 miles. And so those Bridgestone, you know, like, they're not good in the snow or even deep sand because of the closed shoulder, but the tread, that's why I got them, because they had the biggest tread. I think it was 32nd to 32nd by 32nd. All right, so how do we do this? Now it says two-wheel drive, and there's M, and then there's an arrow pointing to two options: four-wheel drive lock and four-wheel drive low. So I'm guessing I don't want to low, because crazy local cops will give me a speeding ticket for driving too slow. So I'm guessing you should push the brake, click N, or so it was flashing, so neutral doesn't work. So when I push the 4WD lock, it started flashing, and then I put it in drive. Let's see what happens. Parking. See, I can change between two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Beautiful. This video will be of particular interest to people who live in warm climates. Wow, this thing is like a boat. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And basically, all I'm trying to do is try to get to stoplights. You know, I have this habit where, like these people, you know, the way they park over here, it should be illegal, because you cannot see anything. In this weather, how am I gonna get my Hellcat to storage? Kind of dangerous in this weather, because of the poor visibility. This reminds me, driving in the semi truck in Northern Ontario. Right? See, this stuff happens every time. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys what it's like in Calgary. So today is November 2nd. November 2nd. And so yeah, yesterday was still okay. And then I see this, there was no snow. And then I see this guy next to me plugged in his block heater. And I'm like, what the heck is he doing? And the road is ice. Yeah, so I would not get far on these roads in the Hellcat with summer tires. What do you guys think? See? Did you hear that noise? So I hit the brakes and the wheels were locked because of the ice.
Head west on 128th Avenue Northeast toward Maple Trail Northeast, then continue straight.
Yeah, the wheels are spinning. You really need 4x4 here. Man. Or, of course, I don't have to go anywhere,
Continue straight.
right? Since my office is at home. So all you do is just you wait.
For 1.5 kilometers.
You wait till the roads are plowed.
You are on the fastest route despite heavier than usual traffic. You should reach your destination by 9:23 a.m.
You know what maybe we should do? For fun and giggles, just turn off the four-wheel drive and see how the truck drives with a two-wheel drive. Because it's not going to affect the braking, it only affects the torque to the wheels. Because that's how I saw so many accidents in winter because all these 4x4s and all, they're flying by. And they're okay if they don't hit the brakes, but once they hit the brakes, it doesn't matter what you got, 4x4 or 2x4, you're going into the ditch if it's slippery, right? And so yeah, that's what I grew up in. Like when I was growing up in Russia, I mentioned this quite a few times because people start panicking. Oh man, you need winter tires, you need 4x4.
In 400
But
meters, turn left onto Barlow Trail Northeast.
when I was growing up in 70s in Russia, that was the typical weather in winter, and we didn't have cars with front-wheel drive. All cars were rear-wheel drive. Now check this guy. What's he doing over there?
Turn left
Look.
onto Barlow Trail Northeast, then turn right onto Stonehill Drive Northeast.
Wow, the guy hit this concrete thing. Wow, that guy hit the pole. What, are you kidding me? Check this out. Wow. So he was probably going too fast. Man. Was going too fast and it went sideways. 4x4. So you gotta be very careful.
Turn right onto Stonehill Drive Northeast.
And it helps that I drove this road before. You see? Wow, 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 wow,
Continue
wow,
for
wow.
1.5 kilometers.
The wheels are locking. It's all ice here. So I gotta go very slow. Yeah, basically I think on summer tires on this road, and what's dangerous with these roads, I know from my trucking experience, because you see all this wind blowing snow, that's what create ice, and it's very dangerous on turns here. So yeah, this is kind of like pickup trucking extreme edition. So I'm glad you guys joined in. We're having fun. But yeah, these windows can be treacherous. You know, and this thing it's a blessing and also a curse, the size of mirrors, you know, because it blocks your field of view. So let's say you're standing at the T intersection and you cross and you're checking for cross traffic, and all this huge pillar and the mirror, it blocks a lot of view. So if you're not careful, there can be a car coming right there and you're not gonna see it. Wait a second, I don't remember driving with this fencing all around me. What's going on? No, we are on track, but this just keeps building up. You see, like this area, wow, it's all snow. Wow. I'm glad I decided to do this, but how is this guy driving? Well, okay, he has a front-wheel drive, and he has the poor guy making a delivery in this weather dangerous stuff, boys and girls. Don't try this at home.
In 300 meters, turn right onto Country Hills Boulevard Northeast.
We have a farm tractor over there. Oh, it's like a snow plow on a farm tractor.
Take the next right onto Country Hills Boulevard Northeast.
Well, I'm almost there. 1.8 kilometers. Just gonna brake real slow over here.
Continue on Country Hills Boulevard Northeast for 1.5 kilometers.
Wow, I don't think it was this bad in Ontario, honestly. I did, like, especially last winter was very mild. So the first thing I gotta do is when I get to the coffee shop, I'm gonna email my buddy in Edmonton, and we're gonna compare notes, because you know, people always say no, Calgary is better. Other people say no, Edmonton is better. So I just want to see, when it's this bad in Calgary and it's -6 and it's snowing, like, what's the weather like in Edmonton? I'm gonna post like a message at the end of the video to see what he says. But yeah, the winter's here. Now, in other news, so you saw the yesterday's video, so everything is pretty much set up. All I need is a chair, and the chair is coming Friday. Very nice leather, you know, kind of like executive. And one danger with this is, first off, it's hard to brake. But the most dangerous thing is that it's hard to brake for people behind you. So if somebody following too closely or driving too fast, they can just hit you in the back. So, like this guy, is he flying? No, but 4x4, man, I love this. You can pretty much go anywhere. And a friend of mine asked me, he says, what are you gonna do for a car?
400 meters, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto 14th Street Northeast.
What are you gonna do for a car in winter? I said, well, I'm gonna buy a bike. Like, you know, with those tires. But the truth is,
left 2 lanes to turn left onto 14th Street Northeast, then turn right.
the truth is, I'll just have to rethink my habits, right? So it was now, every morning, it was the same in Ontario. Every morning I would go to Starbucks because I don't want to sit in the hotel or in my truck, right? But now, weather like this, and let's say I have a Hellcat somewhere in storage, you know, I'll just make myself a nice cup of herbal tea and go from there. So no more Starbucks. But yeah, that was a crazy accident. The guy ran into a concrete barrier, probably damaged everything underneath, like the small car. It was like a 2-foot tall barrier, right, separating this little area. I'm guessing for inspections or something, for police. And it was probably covered in snow. He was driving too fast, maybe it slid over. So 2 accidents, that car and the guy who hit the pole, in 5 minutes of driving. And everybody says that drivers here are notoriously bad, and that's another reason why it's a good idea not to drive in winter here. But you know, when I lived in Olshanka, when I was a teacher in Ukraine for a brief, like half a year, I bought a bike. I didn't have a car, so I bought I think it was not even a mountain bike, it was just kind of like, what they call them, like a combo, you know, a mix between a racing bike and a mountain bike. So there's the Starbucks on the right. Now we're just gonna park somewhere. I cannot see the lines, but I just left enough space for one car over there and one car over here. I think we should be good. Okay, two-wheel drive, park. I'm gonna flip up the wipers. But there you go. That's my morning commute to the coffee shop. I'm gonna do the video now, and I'm gonna email my buddy in Edmonton to compare the weather. So let's see which city is better today on November 2nd. Is it better to be in Edmonton, or is it better to be in Calgary? Thanks for watching.